I'm Richard Crayne. I've been here since 1951, same church, 346 Johnny Street. And if I understand correctly, 2 minutes will be, under the new amendment, the limit of speech. Is that correct?
Let me that comes up later in this meeting. That will be addressed and voted on. So if you want to know what it's going to be, you're going to have to stay at the end of the meeting.
I want to tell you just a little. There was a young 19-year-old Marine by the name of William Addis. He was shot through the throat on Iwo Jima during that war. The Lord spared his life. The poor sniper was killed by an American soldier. That Marine became one of the Prince's preachers, a wonderful preacher. He's still in his 80s, a wonderful man of God. He preached for 18 years our fellowship meeting. I want to tell you about Bill Dill, my first cousin in Illinois. He was one of the bodyguards for the Big Four, Roosevelt and Churchill, Stalin, and de Gaulle, when they had their meeting. He's gone on to his reward now. I want to tell you about my Uncle Bud Smith. He was wounded in the Philippines in World War II. And I want to speak just a second or 3 or 4 about a man by the name of Patrick Henry. He said, give me liberty or give me death. He didn't know what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death. Amen. When the American people can no longer speak, God have mercy upon us.
Amen.
Amen.
My name is Brenda Goodson. I live at 1421 Spencer Drive. I've been here all of my life, and I would like to thank the mayor for sending the letter. I appreciate it, because what we see in the papers and things is so haphazard that you don't know what these people, you don't know what's going on. At least now I'm going to say, you've got a small room here. It's really not big enough to whip a cat. Something tells me if you all don't get this stuff together, you all going to have to get a better room, because we're coming back.
My name's Ricky Lowe. I live at 2886 Senior Lake Circle, Morristown. I'm here in regards to the mayor's letter. I do appreciate the letter he sent. If he hadn't sent the letter, I wonder what the city council would have done. We do have a right to voice our opinion, and anytime citizens are set back, letting the government do what they want to do. We do have that right, and I support the way it is done now. But I wonder if the mayor hadn't sent this out, what would have been slid through on us. So I do applaud the mayor and what he done. I hope you all can quit butting heads like Washington and work for our city. And the people do have a right to voice our opinion. And I'll state once again, we're going to keep our eye on you a lot closer. Thank you.
My name is Brian Southerland. I reside at 700 Beulah Street at the Bethel Assembly Church. It's the first council meeting second council meeting I've ever been to. And I believe the issue at hand is the issue of whether or not we're going to allow folks to comment on any amendments that are going. Is that correct? I stand correct with that. And now, Ms. Sender, I don't mean to direct that to you, but now there's been an amendment raised to change this, and so it maybe would clarify that folks are going to have an opportunity to comment. Am I correct in saying that? Well, it appears at this meeting, and just due to some things that I've read in the papers over the past few months, how things have been going, and I guess ignorance is bliss. I'm like one of the other speakers, maybe I'll step up now and begin to attend more meetings so that our voices can truly be heard. But however, it appears as though in life sometimes there are a lot of choices that we make, and people are not quite prepared to man up to those choices. I often share with our congregation at church, still speaking about the question at hand here about whether we're going to be allowed to comment or not. I often share with our people at church that of a young lady I met working at Food City one time. And while I was there, she were ringing my groceries up and things of that nature. She appeared to have her mind somewhere else, as it is most of the time when you go there now. They just don't attend to the customer at hand. They don't tend to wait on them respectfully in a timely manner. And it seems as though they don't like the job that they're doing. And so my presentation to those who may not like the job that they're doing is if I didn't like bagging groceries or flipping hamburgers, I'd go somewhere else and get me a job. And if it's an issue, if it's truly an issue of making the meeting more timely and more things like that, I think we should be afforded the time. And if I were not willing to take the time to hear what every person had to say, I wouldn't run for office. That's just my opinion. If I were not willing, I know we're busy. I'm busy. I've got a sick wife. I've got a lot of things going on. I've got heart disease. I'm 36. Long story. Everybody's got a story. But if I were in a hurry, I would not run for an elected office. If I did not have the time and were not willing to take the time to hear people and our rude faces, we don't need to be making faces. Several have commented out of turn. I totally disagree with that. One gentleman stepped up and said, call him by his real name. I think that's extremely rude. It's very unprofessional. And we got our little quirks and little motions and faces when we disagree with what somebody's saying. I drive a school bus and haul 90 passengers twice a day, and I see the same thing out of my kindergarten students.